In today's video, Mona will present to you how she generated hundreds of B2B leads that led to 6 figures in revenue for her B2B clients using simple quiz funnels. So keep watching. What has been working the best for her agency? What makes you compete in the market against all the other agencies?
Yes, it's offering holistic marketing campaigns and not just one piece of the
Okay.
puzzle, but really understanding everything from beginning to the end and how the human mind works and offering the entire service, including the advertising, the creatives, the copywriting, the funnel itself, obviously, and then also follow up email campaigns, CRM integration, everything, the entire process. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So very integrated with her clients, you could say, right?
Yes,
Or
yes. Yeah, I try to be a
okay.
one-stop shop, and they basically just give me the goal. This is our product. This is our offer, and I'll create the whole campaign, map it out from the strategy, all the way through the
No, and that's
execution.
great. Thank you for watching this video. Because you're watching Perspective on YouTube, we want to give you a special gift of an extended free trial. Head over to the link in the description below and secure yourself a 30-day extended free trial. So in the last couple of months, you basically generated a couple hundred leads for our clients that ended up turning into 6 figures of revenue for them, and
Yes.
use Perspective funnels to qualify all of them. So if you wouldn't mind breaking it down to us, how it actually looked like.
The typical process is like you run ads to the landing page, and then people see an offer and they can opt in or not. And it's basically the same for everybody. They don't feel like it's tailored to them. They don't feel like the offer is going to be personalized to them. They want to get things off their chest and feel understood and feel like you understand their problem. That is like the first question that potential customers ask themselves. Do they even understand my problem? Do they get me? So if you offer a quiz funnel and they get to select answers that apply to their personal situation, the offer in the end might still be the same. You don't need a million product variations or service variations, but the customer feels understood better and it's almost like gamified. Like we all remember these quizzes that we had in magazines, maybe when we grow up, where they ask you questions like, what type of whatever are you, like A, B, C, or D? And then you just select and then you count how many answers you had of each letter and then you get your result. That's kind of like how they feel. It's like find out what variation of whatever we do works best for you or is for you, and it just helps them with their selection.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they follow through with it a lot better. The conversion rate is higher. People are happier. They're more open. You get more data for yourself, so everybody's just
Right.
winning.
And that's all from just asking people a couple of questions and positioning, like you're giving them the same offer at the end of the day, which is maybe the secret sauce that we shouldn't be giving away. But if that's the reality and people still
Many
perceive it as
times
more
it is,
valuable,
yeah, not always, but you're right. Many times it is still the same offer.
that's very interesting because it kind of goes beyond just like, in marketing, you're always hooked by some creative, something grabs your attention, and then you're driven through some funnel towards an end action that somebody else wants you to take. But it feels like what you did, which is different from what most marketers do, is you actually managed to interact better with
Yeah.
the visitor so that at the end they perceive the entire interaction as being more valuable.
Yes, for sure.
So let's take a dive a little bit deeper into quiz funnels then. If you were to break down to someone who's never seen a quiz funnel in their life, how would you describe it in like 3 sentences? How does it feel different than any other funnel that you see online?
Yes, it is fundamentally different because it's interactive. So the lead basically lands on a landing page and they see a question and they see options to answer that they can simply click on, which is what I recommend. You can also have free form questions where they type in answers, but it's easiest when they can just click on an answer. I recommend giving 2 to 4 answers and then they'll go through the questions. And in the end, you ask for their contact information, and that's how it goes. It feels like filling out a quiz. It feels very fun, and it doesn't feel salesy. They can just basically share information about them that will also help you understand them better.
Okay, very cool. And let's maybe take an example. What would be a good industry to break it down for?
Oh, we can basically use any industry. It's a million industries that quiz funnels are
Okay,
just perfect for. I think Perspective
home
serves
service.
so many clients. Yeah, let's do home
That's the home
service.
service. So if you were to like spin up on the go, on the fly, on the podcast, what would a quiz funnel in perspective for a home service industry look like? How would you approach building that quiz funnel?
Yeah, sure. So I would ask about what services exactly they need, which rooms are involved, how many rooms is it, how large is the house or the apartment, where is it located, in what area, if they've had experience with other providers before, things like that.
They answer these few questions, they land on a appointment page, and they're more likely to get that. And
Yes.
this is super interesting. You're saying that. I remember I was talking to another agency who are using a quiz funnel as well. I think they did a like a split test. So the split test was between asking a person for filling out the lead form in the very beginning, so basically name, email, phone number on the first page, versus asking them three questions as you described just to establish the connection. And they literally got like 30% reply rates, like tested apples to
Yes.
apples. It was 30% higher. So of all the ads, like imagine you could get like 30% more in your creatives, right? And you're basically able to get them because you're interacting with your lead better.
Absolutely. I agree. It's huge. It's just huge. Also, there's like this psychological principle that once you've started something, people are very likely to want to complete it. So once they've answered one question or two questions, they feel like they already have some skin in the game and they can't stop now, or else it was for nothing. They just wasted their time. So they want to go all the way to the end and actually complete it, which also helps your conversion rate.
It's kind of what would you call like a Sanko's bias or something like that. That once you're in, kind of need to complete it, or otherwise there's like an open loop in your mind of like,
Yes,
why did I invest
exactly.
in it in the first place? Okay, it seems that it's working, right? It's working for you.
Oh, for sure. It's working. Yeah.
Super, super cool. And so right now to maybe dive a little bit more into your entire agency, you mentioned to me previously before the call that basically quiz funnels are a big portion of your offering, but what does your agency actually do, like in the broader scope?
Yes, we do holistic marketing campaigns. So everything from the strategy all the way to the execution. So our clients basically just tell us what they offer and we design the entire campaign around it, including running the ads, creating the creatives, doing the copywriting, building the landing page and the quiz funnel, obviously, integrating it with their CRM system, building email follow up campaigns, doing all of the tracking, the reporting, and basically the management and optimization of the entire campaign because we like to A B test different things and just optimize it along the way, scale up the budget if it works well. So that's what we do. Yes.
How's it compared to other agencies in this space? Because it's probably a question that many agencies have for themselves, which is like there has been so many new agencies over the last couple of years, and it feels like the space is getting a little bit more commoditized. So the question that I would have for you is, how does this approach, holistic approach, helps you stand out in the market, if it actually does?
So our clients, they just enjoy having one person of contact that they can talk to and just one team of people who seamlessly work together and take care of everything. It's easier for them. They don't have to manage several agencies or several freelancers and coordinate how they work together. It can get messy in their project management and in the communication. So it's just nice to have a one stop shop that offers everything and basically, yeah, to have one partner that does it all. And it's also easy for them because they just have to share their offer, share your product or service and what you want, and we'll take care of it. And we'll also, share the strategy and the plan each step of the way. So the process is very transparent and it's just easy with the communication. Yeah. So
Okay.
most agencies just do one piece of the puzzle. Like they just do the funnel, or they just do the ad, or they just do one thing. It's not as common that somebody can build holistic marketing campaigns and also do it well and demonstrate it by having great results.
I guess it's the eternal battle between going in more scaling more horizontally versus scaling more vertically. So either you're going for a very like productized type of service, or you're integrating yourself more into the business of your clients. And I would say to some degree it probably depends on like what's your strategy for your agency, or what's your approach towards scaling. Do you see big opportunities for scaling in this vertical approach? Like, how would you scale it as an agency? How would you become more valuable and in the end be able to charge higher prices to people by this holistic approach?
Yeah, sure. So both are viable approaches. There's really no right or wrong in business. It's just about analyzing your market and standing out. You need to have a unique offer to be able to stand out, be seen, and make yourself valuable out there. So if you offer what everybody else is offering, you're in the so-called red ocean. It becomes a lot harder for you. So the approach that I picked, also, it just came to be like that because I've worked for several agencies before I started my own. So I have a lot of experience in all of these fields, and that's just how it came together. So I just used my unique skill set and experience in all these areas and put it all together in one offer to offer everything. When it comes to scaling the agency, it's not much of a difference. You have different people with different strengths, and you just orchestrate them, so to speak. Yeah, you put it all
Okay.
together and you work with them similar to any other type of business strategy.
So are you working right now with freelancers? Do you have people full time? Like how's the structure working for you?
Yes, I'm working with freelancers and I have people full time as well. Yeah.
Again, driven by curiosity. I'm very, because like when the approach is a little bit more productized, you kind of get to grow from this economy of scale for every single role that you get into the business. We have this more of a holistic approach. You kind of also need to find like how are you able to get someone to focus on something and do it like 10 times better than if they were focusing on 10 different things. So in this holistic approach, when you're managing several clients and you're employing people full time, you're managing freelancers, how are you helping people on your team actually 10x their work by focusing on something they're strong at? How's it split like in this kind of agency?
So one individual person on my team does what they do best. And I basically just put it all together and orchestrate it and deliver it to the client as one finished end result. So behind the curtain, so to speak, it is still
Right.
specialized. I don't have a
Ah,
team of
okay.
people who know how to do everything.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right,
I'm
right.
just basically using my experience and knowing how to do all of that, and I just work with my people well and manage my people well. Yeah.
Well, it's been working for you, right? And
Yeah.
that's at the end of the day what all of us are aiming for. If you were to say what's like outside of the holistic approach, which is I would say more of a business model, what would you say from your clients' words? Like what's the biggest strength that you feel you have in your own marketing that really helps you bring it all together in a way that's working better than for other people?
Yeah, for sure. It's having that top level view and not living within just one tool and basically knowing how to work with one tool. Like I know I have to click there and then I copy and paste this over here, but you don't really get an understanding for how it all ties in together, how it works together, like different cogs in a machine, and it's just this beautiful system that yeah just works seamlessly. It reinforces itself. It's scalable, and you understand every single bit and piece. So if you adjust something, you adjust a variable. You know how it will influence other parts of the system downstream. So you can basically anticipate things better, plan better, scale better. Um, yeah, I think that is very important.
That's the knowledge that comes from experience. Having this holistic approach, we're able to do particularly well is you know exactly what you need, like you know exactly the string that you need to pull at a given time to get the results that you want. And you've been able to perform. That's why your clients pay you. That's why people work with you. That's why you have a functional and well-performing business. And there are many bits and pieces in how you make it work. And since we started with quiz funnels, I'd be super curious to learn like, do you have any quiz funnels you'd like to share with the audience? Do you have any uh, results from perspective that they would like to bring to us?
Yeah, sure. So this is a screenshot of a perspective campaign, or a perspective funnel that I've recently did in April, and as you can see, generated 238 leads within 30 days. Really, really good performance, and the people just loved filling out the quiz to find out which offer is best for them. And obviously, the cost per lead was amazing, the engagement was amazing, and also that reinforced the performance of the entire ad campaign, which gave us a better CPM as well. And yeah, all of it reinforces itself. So all of these signals, they all tie together, and you get a great campaign performance. So yeah, that is the day that I made the screenshot. That was 9 leads on that day, and also those are not just numbers; those are really qualified leads. They went through the entire quiz and they basically qualified themselves as being high quality, which is why the conversion rate was so great, and the client generated multiple six figures with that. And for the people who think, oh, I can't achieve that, my budget is super small, I have a second one that I would like to show. Smaller business, lower budget, also a regional campaign only within Germany. So it was just a lot smaller, but still there. Great results, and you can still generate leads consistently and have a good conversion rate even with a smaller budget, because the quiz funnel is just like magic. It converts really well.
So let's have a look into the page to page conversion. I'm seeing like have some pretty solid retention rates on every single page they're introducing in here. So basically it looks like from the landing page getting 230 leads that converted into 37 on whatever the first page was, and
I can
the
go back.
ones there you go. The breakdown is very useful with the pages. So if you could go back in there, I was actually going to ask you a few questions about the different pages. Do you remember any of the questions that you posted in there, or any specific industry? Because like the retention rates are fantastic, and it seems like you're ending up with like 25% opt-in rate or something like that.
Yes, this was from the car industry, and the first one
Okay.
was from the coaching industry.
Oh, that's super. Oh, that's super good. 25% conversion rate. That's exceptional. That's for the car industry. Super good. So this is basically the magic of quiz funnels. If you're engaging the audience, they're more likely to retain, and at the end of the day, you're getting more for the same ad spend they're putting in. So, in general, in marketing, we're always seeing the same trend over and over again, which is attention is only getting more expensive. So, people are obviously looking for different ways to retain that attention to make the most out of their buck and at the end of the day, run their business the most successfully. And you've been a pretty strong advocate of quiz funnels. So, I would like to ask you, how do you see the future of funnels generally in the next, let's say, 3 years?
Yes, I definitely see the future in personalization. People don't want to feel like numbers. They don't want to feel like you don't care about them, and yeah, basically feel like they're being sold to and you're just trying to make money, but you don't care about them. But if you take the time to get to know them, ask them questions, they get to, get things off their chest and share their personal individual situation with you. And then you can present an individual offer for them. Maybe you can create different packages, different variations, um, however you see fit for your business. You can really do it for almost any business. It will just work a lot better.
Also, you saying that ties to some of the other trends that I think we're all seeing in the industry, which is with the era of AI right now, personalization and generally more customization around everything in
Yes,
marketing, in product experience in general, is going more towards that direction. So what you're saying is basically like either jump on the bandwagon and make it a good experience for the end visitor, or you want to be able to retain their attention.
absolutely. Yeah, you're so right. It's a trend that we see across all spaces, like creating your own music playlists on your music app or getting embroidery of your initials on an item of clothing that you're buying or whatever it is. Personalization is huge.
I never thought of it this way. That a marketing funnel could actually be like a direct transposition of basically these bracelets that people are wearing on their hands.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is. It is. It's just basically recognizing these things and applying it to your area.
it's very cool. Let's go now through a couple of rapid fire questions. These will basically be like one sentence short and quick answers that I have for them. There's got to be a couple of them. So,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
all right. What do you think is the biggest misconception small businesses have about marketing?
That it takes millions of dollars or euros or whatever your currency is.
Okay. So, what does it take instead?
It takes an understanding of your target audience and in a short amount of time, very concisely and quickly communicate to them that you understand them and that you're qualified to help them, and make them curious that they want to learn.
Another one from slightly different bucket. One branding tip that always works.
Be authentic and consistent because, yeah, once people spot a fake, it's very hard to recover from it. So you just want to
Right.
find your people. You can't cater to the entire market, anyways. So you have to pick a niche.
Biggest lesson learned from running an agency.
Communication is everything with your team as well as with your clients.
All right. Very, very solid lesson for a podcast, I would say.
Yes.
So very good. And most underrating marketing channel.
Word of mouth is still an amazing marketing channel. Not everything always has to be fancy and digital. Deliver great results with the clients that you acquired through your digital marketing, and they will recommend you to so many more people that they know, who are just ready to buy. Like, here, take my money type of
All
people.
right.
Yeah.
Very warm leads.
Yes. Hot leads.
Hot leads. Very good. All right. So, Mona, thank you so much. It's not the very end of the podcast just yet because we have one more thing, which is our closing ritual. Every time on the podcast, we're asking guests a question from the previous guest who asks it to the next guest, not knowing who that person is going to be. It's around the future of marketing. So, the question from the previous guest that I have to you is, what marketing tactic is working right now that you expect to stop working in the next couple of months?
I think get rich quick schemes. Yeah.
Get rich quick schemes.
Yes.
If you could break it down to us.
Basically, get rich quick funnels. Like,
Get rich quick
yeah,
funnels.
I have
Okay.
the secret. I will teach you how to become a millionaire overnight or variations of such funnels. Like, I will show you how to get extraordinary, great, amazing unicorn result. Really easy, no work, no effort required overnight. Just a few minutes of work, if any. So these kinds of
All
offers, I
right.
think people are over them.
What do you think they'll be replaced by?
More honest offers, hopefully.
All right. All
More
right. Good.
realistic, honest offers.
All right, Mona. That was great. Thank you for the rapid fire questions. So now wrapping it up. The floor is yours. Where can people find you if they wanted to work with your holistic marketing approach?
Sure, you can find me on LinkedIn and you can also find me on Upwork.
All right, Mona Idemudia. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.